Hi, I am Amanda and I am with Hookem Homestead, and today I am going to go over how I set up our term exams. And we are on week 10, wrapping up week 10 of our homeschool, so we will be doing exams next week because I always save week 11 as a catch up week, but we don't need it most of the time. And so we will be hopping right into our exams next week. I did hear that exams are optional in term 3. So, with that in mind, I was thinking of doing a light exam so that we are finished by Wednesday instead of going the whole week with exams. Our exam days are shorter generally just because they don't take as long as like a full lesson would. So, anyways, I just thought I would go over how I set this up. So, I have here my spreadsheet that has all of our subjects and the books we use and stuff like that. And so, what I will do is I take lined paper and I just write first question. So, like Old Testament. Okay, so we did Old Testament, we have Numbers and Deuteronomy, and I have purchased the guides from A Delectable Education, and in their guides they actually have exam questions. So I'll be honest, I'm not thinking up an exam question for this. I'm just going to write what they have. So, it's going to be something to the effect of tell about this person and this story that happened with them, right? Like, tell if I was in Genesis, I could do this pretty easily. Like, tell about Joseph's dreams that he had, or something to that effect. Okay, so so those exam questions I'm going to take right from my Delectable Education. Then we have our history, which is going to be pretty similar. It's going to be tell about a person or tell about their tell a story about them, or what do you know about them, that kind of a thing. So, like, what do you know about the Revolutionary War? That would be a really broad question, though. I would try and do something a little bit more specific than that. But these are the ideas behind it. And honestly, I have old questions written down from the CMEC that I will use for those as well. Okay, then we have reading. And reading, we will sit down. I will open up to the next passage in our reader. I will have them read a paragraph to me. It's just showing that they have comprehension, that they're working on sounding things out, that they're continuing on that. So it is an unseen passage from before, and we're just going to sit down and have them read it. Okay, so that I would just mark on here, read unseen passage, because I need to remember to do it. I don't have a actual thing I'm going to be writing down as they do their readings, but I just need to remember that that's one of the lessons. Okay, so then I go to my next one, term novel. Okay, so then I'm going to I also have this sheet that is from A Delectable Education. You can buy this. It is their exam planner, and it walks you through each form and what the questions would look like and things like that. So I can use this to help me craft my questions. Okay, so this one specifically, though, does not have anything based on a novel read, and so I know we did Marguerite Henry, so I could say something to the effect of tell about the pony penny days. at Chincoteague. And then I just set this off to the side. Done. Then that's ready to go. So then what I do is I eventually take all my papers and I sort them based on the days they would normally be. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever day that subject would generally fall, I will split them across those days. And then I will rotate between the things that are on this sheet that are just like checking the box off, right? Like read an unseen passage, write a certain thing for their handwriting. And I would write this all down on here, and this would be opposite of the ones that I have to write the answers for, where I'm going to be like, because this gives my hand a break. So that is kind of how I roll with these. Other ones, like, okay, so that's literature we talked about. Writing, same thing. They're going to write a passage, a line of text. And since both girls did print, but neither of them finished cursive all the way, we will have it be a print passage. I might ask them to do a letter or two in cursive, just so that I can see that they have comprehension on, like, if I say, hey, do a G, because, right, a G is kind of a little goofier, that they would be able to do that. And then for foreign language Spanish, they have exam questions in there. Most of the pre-bought things for Charlotte Mason things I have found have exam questions. Even our natural history with Sabbath Mood has exam questions in it. I didn't print them off in here, but it does have it. So I am just gathering all the exam questions, going down, making sure all my subjects are covered, so that tells me that I have everything ready to go and that we are set. And I also do like to make a mark between the things that they need to do for me versus the things they need to do for others, like Dad. And I will mark those at the bottom for them to do in the evening when Dad is home. Obviously, they can't do that during the school day because Dad's not here. So that is how I plan my exams. If you have any questions, let me know. But it's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. And most of the time, we do try and do something special, like a special breakfast that day, or a special dinner that the last night of exams, or we might go somewhere special the day after exams, like our end of year celebration. And so I do like to keep that in mind, that I need to plan something for that. The girls also get to go on ride-alongs with their grandpa to his store. Like, they go and work with grandpa for the day. And so they both very much look forward to that. And so that is scheduled already for them. And that is one of the highlights of the end of the term for them, definitely. And so that is how I go through and how I get this all set up. And I always look forward to starting it and then getting a picture of the end of the year with them with their book stack for the year. It's always so fun. All right. Anyways, hopefully that's helpful for you if you're setting up your exams. I'm sure most of you are done with school at this point, but like I said, we school year round, so we are not. All right. Have a good day.